New video has emerged from the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, showing then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi hours after rioters stormed the building. The footage was turned over to Congress by HBO and obtained by CBS. And her comments are featured in a documentary by her daughter, Alexandra Pelosi. In it, the then House Speaker can be heard lashing out at then-President Donald Trump. Pelosi also criticized the decision not to have the National Guard on site that day.
How many times did the members ask, are we prepared? Are we prepared? We're not. Prepared for the worst. We're calling the National Guard. Now, we should have been here to start out.
CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane is on Capitol Hill for us. And Scott, you've gone over this, so tell us what else Nancy Pelosi has to say and what you found most interesting in these tapes.
There's an awful lot of clips here. She's heard saying that Donald Trump is an enemy, a domestic enemy in the White House, and that he would have to pay a price somehow for the attack on the Capitol January 6th. She also talks about a prompt impeachment and potentially mobilizing the cabinet or urging the cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment and remove Trump from office. You hear all this as she responds to the real-time information she's getting about this riotous mob of Trump supporters breaching the Capitol and attacking police officers. She also is unequivocal in her condemnation of the security failures that day by the U.S. Capitol Police, by the Sergeant-at-Arms of the House, of the security officials who would leave their jobs just hours after the U.S. Capitol attack, after the disgraceful failures of security. All of this comes as Congress investigates the security failures and how they happened that day. A Republican-led House subcommittee has been doing this for some time. They collected this video, though it was Democrats who released it this morning, ahead of what Republicans are likely to use as a way to criticize Nancy Pelosi.
Scott, it's almost 4 years later. Why are we just seeing these videos now?
Some of this is coming up from that congressional investigation. They're scooping this up as they try to get to the bottom of how the security failures happened, how to prevent them in the future. But there's a little intramural battle going on here, as there often is at the Capitol, between the two parties over this. Republicans want to emphasize that one little excerpt where Nancy Pelosi, expressing her concern about the security failures, said, "I should have had people more prepared. I accept responsibility for that." Democrats wanted to release more of it to show that was a fragment of what she said, and what she really was saying in the broader sense is Trump should have had the National Guard here. Trump should have called his rioters back, and that the security officials here, who were appointed by Republicans, should have done a better job. So that's the natural rhythm of Capitol Hill, where the two parties will fight with each other and use videos like this as a method.
Well, Pelosi also had a lot to say about law enforcement in the videos, even going so far as to question motives. So how might these videos impact the congressional investigation into security failures?
It's going to do an awful lot in terms of helping to determine what should be done in terms of funding these police departments. Do they need more money? Do they need more specific requirements to make sure January 6, 2025 is best secured, and other major events? They'll use this to figure out how to better protect the Capitol. But I want to underscore one point. I've done so over the past 4 years when this issue keeps surfacing over Nancy Pelosi's culpability on January 6th. She did not have control of the security officials on Capitol Hill. She shared oversight of security officials on Capitol Hill with a Republican, then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
All right, Scott MacFarlane, thank you.